Hi, my name is Manitowoc, Territory Service Manager for the Manitowoc Ice Company. The territory that I do cover, I do training in, shall I say, goes from Virginia to Maine. I also cover the eastern half of Canada. And a lot of times in our training schools, we're able to cover a lot of stuff, PowerPoint presentations, but I am at a lab here today right in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I want to take some time to show you a video. I teach this an awful lot in my service schools, but I think it's valuable information for everybody to have. Have you ever come across one of these machines where you're trying to take out your condenser fan motor on a self-contained air-cooled ice machine, and it can be very challenging and difficult? As you can see, I'm here in the lab. I have plenty of room. I know we all wish we could have that, right? But even if you're in a tight installation on one of these machines, of course, you do have to remove your air baffle off of the back of the ice machine. Once you get the air baffle removed, of course, you'll need to also remove your air filter. Once you get the air filter pulled off of the ice machine, there's going to be some screws you're going to have to remove. There's going to be 2 screws down here. There's going to be 2 screws here, and then there's also another screw that's back here. Now, I already have this kind of prepped where I'm taking my screws out of these different locations. Again, I do kind of did a little bit of prepping on this to make it easier, because now what I can do is actually flex my condenser out the back. Now, obviously, you can see here I have a lot of room, but even if you have a wall here, you need at least 5 inches of clearance between where this condenser is at and an actual flat wall surface. Just to continue kind of taking the rest of the screws out. Now I've got really my condensers loose. Now, if you wanted to give yourself even more room, we have up here 3 screws. This is the grounding screw that we're going to remove. It's just important to make sure all these screws here are located here. This makes it easier for the machine to hold its panels on. Customers kind of like that. They like to make it look nice and pretty. So now I got the rest of my screws out. I really got this top rail out, right? So as you can see, with my rail removed, I have plenty of access and room to be able to gain access to my condenser fan motor. I can flex this condenser back, and as I do that, easy access to these 2 different bolts. And as you can see, I can remove this out through this side. I got my rail out where I can remove it out through the top. There's lots of different options. Of course, this copper piping is a little bit flexible. You could bend on this even a little bit. Get your full 4 bolts out. You take the motor and, of course, that spider cage along with the blade out. Service it out here, put it back in the machine, giving you a lot more room. But that's why I wanted to show you today how to remove some of the screws out in some of the condenser locations on your ice machine to remove a condenser fan motor on one of your self-contained Manitowoc. And this would also apply to your Cool Air branded ice machines. But again, my name is Manitowoc with Manitowoc Ice. Thank you for your support, Manitowoc. Thank you.